Welcome back, guys, gals, gays and theys, to the Hangout Quest podcast. I'm Alex, again here
And I'm
with
Camry.
Camry,
Beat you to it this time.
my co-host and friend. So first of all, just right off the bat here, I have to complain. We've got to complain about McDonald's, and it is the 18th now. The thing started yesterday.
That's true.
And I still don't have my glider. You were working on it.
Yeah. I'm going to check my email right now.
Did you get... You haven't gotten
I didn't get my
glider
Primos
meal yet.
No, I haven't bought the meal yet. I got the pie, and my box didn't have a Genshin character on it, and I never got my code.
This is so terrible. So upsetting. I'm so
I know.
sorry.
They were slow to roll out the meals here, so I didn't think that any of the stores in my city had them, but they have, it's day 2 now, and they have been listed on a couple of locations that I can get to reasonably, so that's a bonus, but, even if I get there, I may never see that glider, so we'll see.
Right, dude. It's so crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I also it took me a little while. I didn't get it day 1, or no, I did get it day 1. I didn't get it day 1 on my lunch break because I couldn't find it on the app before my lunch break started. But then I got it on my way home because I'm addicted and I have a problem. So I went immediately. Yeah, dude. And then there's like this huge shenanigans going on here with I could get the glider meal where I lived, and I don't have it yet. Feels bad, and everyone's complaining about it on Reddit. I'm probably gonna have to call and talk to a human being about this, which is horrible. I absolutely despise this outcome. What was the point? I don't know, man. I got a problem. These gliders look too good on Lenny to pass. I can't let it slide. I gotta get them.
Right.
And I paid my $13.
And where you're a Lenny player, you gotta get it. I hear you.
Yeah. Super tragic.
And you didn't even really like the meal, so it's not like you can just go and try again.
My critiques of the meal. Let's see here. The McDeluxe McCrispy. I know. It was my first Deluxe McCrispy. I don't know if it's a new item, I guess. Didn't really like it. I feel like the McChickens are better. I don't really like McDonald's in the first place, but hey. It was okay. That was the first time I've had one of their apple pies, though, and the apple pies it was good. I liked it. It's my favorite part.
I did, yeah. I liked my apple pie.
Like the apple pie. I think my fries were good this time. I like fries. It's like McDonald's fries are pretty good, like 10% of the time, and then it's like they're pretty good, and I think that's I think I got lucky. I think I got a good McDonald's fry situation. I don't want to exaggerate. It's probably like 25% of the time. Okay, it's not that bad, but hey, I ate McDonald's a little bit too much in college. We could walk to a McDonald's, so I don't hey, McDonald's I don't like very much because of college, but we also walked to a Taco Bell, Burger King, and Domino's, and I don't have a problem with any of those. I still eat Taco Bell all the time. I still eat Panda Express all the time. We had a Panda Express in our student union, and I heckin' love Panda Express. It's like my favorite fast food right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna date myself here for the podcasting audience, but I probably stopped going to McDonald's when they discontinued. I don't even remember the name of the item. My favorite one was like the Big Tasty or the McTasty or something.
Big Tasty.
It was like it was a burger with cheese and lettuce and tomato and mayonnaise, and that's what I wanted. And they got rid of it, and nothing is like as good as that was. And then when you don't eat McDonald's for a long time, because it's objectively not very good, when you go back, it's objectively not very good.
And it's only getting worse
just don't go
over time. So
yeah.
I don't. I really hate McDonald's burgers. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure it's different than than what they've got going on these days. But like I hate McDonald's burgers.
It was like a different patty than
Yeah, that makes
what they
sense.
use.
Because there's no one likes the patties they use now, right? So hopefully, I don't mind a McChicken sometimes, and so I go to McDonald's sometimes.
Well, I feel like
for
those
McChicken, but-
changed. I used to eat McChickens, and I feel like unless it's just like the item doesn't match the memory, it feels like they changed it. It's not
Mhm.
the same. It used
Yeah,
to
I
be
don't
like
know.
black peppery. I don't know. It's not what it used to be.
They're what I remember from at least up to 5 or 6 years ago. I haven't noticed a difference, but that's whatever. I like going to
Yeah.
McDonald's for a McChicken if I want a McChicken because I would go to Wendy's, but they always just it's like you say, it's like a crispy chicken sandwich is their value meal like chicken sandwich, and they just never do that. They just want to give you the $8 chicken sandwich instead, and it's like I don't
I
I'm
think
not here to get that. It's not what I want.
I do think they changed the naming conventions for their more expensive chicken sandwiches. It's like the crispy one is you have to say home style.
Well,
Now,
that's
It's
great.
like for that reason.
Good, because because I stopped going to Wendy's because of that. It's like I don't want to accidentally get if I go there and get like 2 crispy chicken sandwiches, meaning the $2 chicken sandwiches, I don't want to accidentally get 2 of the $8 chicken sandwiches. So it's like
Right.
it's annoying.
Yeah, the combo menu items are like expensive there.
Which is why McDonald's, the McChicken is, that's a good way to do it because it's like there's no fucking that up, respectfully. Anyway, so so that meal was a 3 out of 10.
Just
that's
disappointing all the way around for you, it sounds like.
I don't think that I'm thinking about food wars here. I don't think it'd be knocking anyone's clothes off, respectfully. It's done. Whoever made my meal is getting sent home.
Right, they're getting
it doesn't have to be
expelled.
food wars. It can be chopped. I don't know, something lame like that. Yeah. So you're gonna get one soon potentially, and then we'll get your opinion on the deluxe
Yeah.
McCrispy.
Well, I might, because you can only get one per account. I'm definitely going to have Lawson with me, so I might have him have the
Oh, I
McCrispy.
see. Just give it to him.
We'll
it away.
see.
Yeah, you gotta get a large meal or a large drink, or I don't know if it has to be large. You have to get a drink and fries, and then the
Yeah,
McCrispy
I mean-
and the apple pie.
Yeah. I mean, I won't have a burger because I don't eat beef, so maybe I guess I just will eat the chicken. Does it have bacon on it? Because I can't have that either.
No, it didn't.
No.
It
Okay,
comes
that's-
with
well, that's
mayo.
I assumed deluxe meant bacon because it does everywhere else, and I can't order anything that says deluxe in it
Correct.
usually.
Yeah, I think the tomatoes is what makes it deluxe. The chicken is different than the
Ooh.
McChicken, and then there's tomatoes on it,
Fancy.
along with
Tomatoes.
mayonnaise and shredded lettuce, which I hate mayonnaise and tomatoes.
Ew, shredded
so, yeah.
lettuce. Oh,
It's always shredded lettuce. Yeah, I don't know,
damn.
man.
Leaf lettuce is so much better.
It is.
So much less. I mean, I don't want to ruin shredded lettuce for anybody, but if they buy it shredded and it doesn't come whole and they shred it, which I can almost guarantee at McDonald's they're not shredding their own lettuce, the potential for like contamination is way way higher.
That makes sense. There's so much more surface area.
Oh,
That's just how it works. That's just science.
yep.
I don't know. Whatever. I can't think about it, Can't think about it. I have to eat Chipotle, okay? So I can't, why can't Genshin do a collab with Chipotle? I don't understand.
That would be great.
I heckin' love Chipotle.
Yeah, I think it came out too that the glider codes, even though the collab is only in the US, can be used on non-US servers. So there are a lot of people like also flooding the market a little bit to get extra codes to sell to out of market players, which, causes further issue for us
I
who want
see.
it here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're in China, just download the McDonald's app and fucking order from one in fucking the middle of the country, and then
You
fuck it,
can't.
dude. Oh,
You have to bring your phone into the store for them to fulfill your order. Like, they have a workaround for this already. You can't
they have a workaround for it.
place you can't place an order for someone in another town and have them go get it.
I see. I don't know. I don't
You
know
have
how
to,
the
like-
McDonald's app works.
I learned this when I downloaded it, because I was like, when I thought that none of them could be were going to be available in my city, I was going to send some to somebody that I know in another place that could go get it, and then I buy them dinner, I get the glider, whatever. But
Yep.
you can't do that. You have to bring your phone physically to the store and give them your verbal confirmation code. Theoretically, maybe if you passed along the verbal confirmation code, you could, but there's like location based issues where they try to lock you out from being able to do that.
That's super cringe. Yeah. Okay.
It is super cringe.
Yeah, I don't really know how I whatever. I did curbside pickup, but I mean, I got my meals, so like I didn't try to dupe anybody. So it was like, I don't understand. Just okay. So just let me pay $13 for the glider is what I'm really saying here. Like,
Right.
like fuck, jeez.
Like,
I
just
don't even
straight
want
up.
this. Yeah.
I'll pay it to McDonald's. I'll pay it to Genshin. I'll pay it to a friend to go get it. I just want the glider.
Well, that's that. Let's be done with McDonald's. Holy cow. Well, in other news, I don't think it's this week's news. I think it's or last week's news. It might have come out more than 1 or 2 weeks ago. Is that Camellia is out in WuWa, and that is something that I'm super excited about.
Camellia.
I have been.
She's so pretty.
Ignoring Withering Waves for the past little bit, but that was in anticipation for Camellia, because I didn't think that Camellia would come out this soon, is what I thought. I thought that they were gonna save her until later, because I think she's a fan favorite.
She's gotta be. I mean, she's hot. She has those plant rope vine things.
She's got the ropes. Yep. Yeah.
She threatens to give us a little kiss. She looks like Hu Tao. I mean, and Sparkle. Where could you possibly be going wrong with Camellia?
I heckin' love Camellia. I will be going back and playing the story quest. I need to go catch up now, because it's like I'm pretty sure that I have not played literally since 1.0. Like the first, like I haven't played since they added to the story. I beat the game when it came out, and then just kind of I still played whenever 1.1 came out, but I was just like doing my dailies and farming for gear and stuff. I didn't do the quests. So we'll see. I don't really like the way it looks. I don't like the they've got their own little Paimon monster thing. It's a monster that's supposed to be our Paimon, like cute little thing that follows us around, and it's like I'm not here for it. And I'm pretty sure it's kind of a big deal for the
you know what makes
story.
Pom Pom great in Star Rail is that he stays on the train.
Sure.
I can go see Pom Pom, and I can go pat Pom Pom's head when I want to, and he doesn't follow me around and tell me things. I don't want Pom Pom to follow me around. I don't want Paimon to follow me around.
Speak for you.
Yes. Paimon never stops speaking for me.
She's a yapper, and I hate everything she says, dude. I don't know. I feel like a stick in the mud. I hate Paimon. I hate the Traveler, and I feel like everyone has moved on from Fontaine. No one cares. I'm just yelling at clouds.
I don't know. I saw some new videos came across my suggested page on YouTube of people not liking the Traveler and finding the Traveler's writing extraordinarily inconsistent after Fontaine.
Good. And hey, one of the things like credit where credit's due, or something like that. I don't know. We did spend a lot of time in Natland, without the Traveler. Like, we did a
Mm-hmm.
storyline where we were like following Kanich and Muavwika for like, you know, minutes and minutes and minutes and minutes without the Traveler involved,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, I heckin', that's great. I
Yeah,
love that.
that was my favorite part.
Yeah, the Traveler's
Was when
nowhere
we
in
were with
sight.
Mavwika and Kanich and Ensign.
Yeah, that's great, dude. I really need. I would love Genshin to just drop the Traveler. I don't, I don't know. I get it. I'm just saying. I want stories
Mhm.
without the Traveler. Hey,
Yeah, different game, but
yeah.
Do you know what I want
What do you
in
want?
Genshin? Is no more stories but no one actually remembers.
Yeah, the resetting to zero every time like a Family Guy episode is kind of
It's
frustrating.
so frustrating. Like I was dragging my feet on bedtime stories because I knew I wasn't going to like bedtime stories. It's Dainsleif, it's the Traveler and the other Traveler, and I did it. And a spoiler for Alex, I don't know if you've done
No,
it.
I did it. Yeah.
Did you do it? Okay. In the
Uh,
end, it never even mattered.
okay, yeah. I remember
You can't
that.
even
Yeah.
remember it.
Well, yeah, I was wildly. I knew I wasn't gonna like it. I was wildly intoxicated whenever I did that. I have
Oh.
no recollection of any of the lore.
No, that's fair,
Respectfully to
actually.
everyone who cares about the lore, I knew what was going
Yeah.
on, and I prepared
I mean,
accordingly.
yeah, you can watch lore recap. We learn some stuff about the Abyss and things I don't care about, and Conria and things I don't care about. But um, the Traveler leaves that experience and forgets. And I just
Yeah.
like, why did we bother doing it if our character forgets? You're just like literally telling me, an audience member, things that my self-insert character can't know. When my whole problem with the Traveler is that they're a silent self-insert character 87% of the time. She has lines now out of nowhere all of a sudden. But what what is the point? What is the point of that? You can't just tell me things that you're not going to let me remember and make me do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah. There's people who care about the lore, I guess, but I don't even know. I don't even. I literally don't know. I know Danes. I know we learned some stuff about Dainsleif and like his buddies or something, but I don't know what they were all talking about.
We
Or
theoretically learned stuff. I didn't. I don't know.
the sibling. Like, I don't know what the sibling was yapping about the whole time.
They met this guy that you're also going to meet. You talk about things that you won't remember.
Yep.
I,
Well, I
it,
don't.
I,
So there you go.
I'm pissed about you won't remember. Don't make me spend my time on it. If you're telling
Okay.
me the Traveler doesn't remember, I'm not going to remember because you know what that means? It won't factor in because she can't fucking remember. So it's not going to be a part of the plot, is it?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. It has to be minor, and it doesn't matter. Even if it is part of the plot, they will spoon feed you it again. There'll be
Yes, they
flashbacks or
will.
something. So
Although I say that they'll spoon feed it to me. They're just kind of throwing me into the lore of Natlan and expecting me to understand all of it when everything has 3 different names and
sure.
5 different components, right?
I
I
see what you're
watched a
saying.
lore recap video of Natlan
Did you?
today, and I still
Ah.
feel like I didn't retain half of it because it's so complicated and was not well explained.
Hmm. Interesting.
Not the recap was great, but
Right.
in
The
the story
content.
it's not well explained.
Yeah, I see what
Yeah,
you're
the
saying.
content is confusing, and a lot of the recap relies on like, okay, well, this is a reference to this concept in human Earth history or culturally on human Earth. So we're extrapolating that this is related to that in a few places. And that's not good storytelling in your game if you're creating a world where there's Turnfire, which is sacred fire, which is also not sacred fire, which is primordial fire. And there's the Night Kingdom and the Wyebs and the ancient names and the ley lines, which are related to the Night Kingdom and also to the Abyss, but also they're its own thing. It's what? No.
It seems like the
Too
ley
much.
lines are kind of their own thing in that land, but they function.
The
like
ley lines are
which is weird.
broken in Natlan, apparently.
Well, so what were they working well in Inazuma? Like, what's the like I don't know what's going on here.
Well, the Natlan is the only place with the Night Kingdom, and it has something to do with the ley lines being broken.
So what
and
like
unstable.
the tree in Inazuma, the Narukami shrine tree was like fucking with the ley lines. Was it fucking with the Night Kingdom too? Like, what's the what?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Genshin has yet to tell us that. So the theory that was posited in this, I'm gonna shout out. I think that the channel name is Ashikai, like Isekai, but Ash, is where I watched it. The theory is the Night Kingdom is like the unconscious or the spiritual realm, and then there's like the regular daytime land, and the ley lines are a version of that that's more contained. But where in that land the ley lines are broken, it's like it's spilled out. So there's all this like spiritual collective unconscious energy that's just kind of closer to the surface than it is in other places where it's more contained in the ley lines, which are like pipes that make it flow in certain directions instead of just being kind of everywhere.
Okay. Hey man. I
But
dig
you know,
pipes. And
Ashikai needed to
directions.
explain that to me. God bless them. Because Genshin didn't really explain it to me. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
have some complaints about the way the story is being given to me in Natlan, and it's mostly that it's quite overwhelming and they're giving me a lot of new information without giving me a lot of context for that new information.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, not a ton of context because it's like I feel like I thought I had context for the ley lines with Inazuma because ley lines are such a big like part of what was going on over there, and they I feel like they're pretty unrelated though, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. It's unclear, and Irminsul. The ley lines are like the roots of Irminsul, so Irminsul is related to the ley
I don't
line.
want to. No,
It's like
no.
it's
No.
deeply confusing, and then they're introducing wrenches into the ley line system in Natlan without making sure that we're spoon-fed an understanding of the ley lines themselves. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a lot of thread. I feel like I'm red string, on the corkboard guy right now, trying to figure out what's going on in Natlan, but not to guess what's coming next, just to like understand what they've already presented to us.
Sure. Yeah. And it doesn't matter because they're gonna like anime monologue about it later anyway. Like if anything important comes from this, they will monologue about it. But yeah, I don't know.
Yes, but good exposition is given when we need it and in digestible chunks. And they're giving us a lot of exposition that has no context and not the exposition we actually need at this point in the story. And I'll bet what they do in the next part of the story is go backwards and explain everything we've already seen without proper explanation, and then re-explain all the things we already spent all of our time learning in the first place.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm not a giant fan of all the lore in that land, but hey,
We were talking about WuWa.
It's for some people, like some people care about it, and that's great. And I care about it theoretically, like I want to know kind of what's going on. But I can't
to care
be
about
bothered
it
for some of it.
It's just really hard.
I get Irminsul. I get the Wanderer went in there and did what he did. Like I get it. I can't care that much. We'll see. We'll see what the Pyro Archon gets up to. I feel like I'm gonna be the type of casual player that's like, I get the general like sense of what happened in that land, but whatever we do to save the day, I'm not gonna know the intricacies of it. I'm gonna understand that, like the Wanderer wiped his old name out from existence or whatever. Like, I get that. I don't really care about like the rest of it. And I feel like that's kind of similar to what is probably going to happen with Natlan. Is like, I'm sure that the Pyro Archon is going to do something insane about the Night Kingdom, and then I'll just, I'll know the general gist of it, and then not really know
and
the details.
It could be like Fontaine, where we get to the end of the gist of it and not understand the general details, and then Skirk shows back up and we get more information that seems completely out of left field.
Yeah.
That could be fun. I don't know.
All devouring narwhal is not from the void, right? It's from the primordial sea,
it's
which
from
is
the
separate
primordial sea,
the void,
which is probably separate from the void. I don't know.
Perfect. Yeah, great. Me either. Hey, whatever, dude. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Again, I feel like I'm such a negative Nancy for this, but I am so ready for 5.1. I'm ready. I like it. I like the idea. I'm down to go. I'm down to clown with all my new friends. I want to meet Lolly. This is great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm ready. I'll take more information. I'm just, I don't know what to do with all the puzzle pieces that they've handed to me right now. And I feel like they don't currently fit into the larger context of Genshin, which is fine. They can bring it together and it could be good and whatever. I just feel like leaving us with so many questions and so many answers to questions we didn't ask at the end of 5.0 has me a little frustrated.
Sure, yeah. Heck yeah. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I didn't want to, yeah. This is fine. I'm done poo-pooing on 5.0. Let's move on to more fun,
let's shift our focus.
Topic. All right. I'm thinking I don't have a good name for this next one. Singled out one guide.
Singled out.
So
I like that.
Okay. Yeah. Taking name suggestions, but that's sure. Yeah. Singled out. Also the opposite of singled out. But yeah. So the idea is, you came to me with a Reddit idea. Well, it's just singled out
in a different way.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
I think it's a Twitter idea, actually.
Oh, okay. You came to me with a Twitter idea, and it's. You said the origins were if all the characters but one was replaced with Muppets, or vice versa. Like one character in the movie is replaced by a Muppet. We are going to take this.
So this might be super old news. Full transparency, I don't use social media, so I heard about this on a podcast. So it could be like, it could be a trend from a year ago. But yeah, the basic question is, if you could take any movie, you can retain one character with the actor who plays them, but every other role is recast with Muppets. And then you can also do it the other way. One role is cast as a Muppet and everyone else is the same and everyone else acts the same. But I thought this could be fun with Genshin characters.
It absolutely could be. It's actually a fantastic idea, and I really heckin' adore this idea. Out with best for last. Let's do best first. I think the Matrix is the very best idea for this, because we have like a 1-to-1 stand-in with the Wanderer and Neo. So it's like, where do you go from there? Because obviously Nahida could be Morpheus, but like what? So like if the Wanderer is Neo and Nahida is Morpheus, so like then we have to go with all the characters except one are Genshin characters. So like which character from the original Matrix can stay and still keep their sanity with all the Genshin characters? I'm thinking Cypher, the guy who like betrays everyone. Like he still gets his monologue about eating steak and like how nothing matters. Like he still gets to be a nihilist, and he's just. But he's talking down to the man being Nahida instead of Morpheus. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, obviously Trinity would just be Yelan, so
Sure.
she
Uh,
can't be up uh as the character who remains human. Um
I don't think
it
Trinity
would
is a good
also
option. Yeah.
be I don't think so either. It to me would also be quite funny if Mr. Smith, Agent Smith,
Agent Smith,
right,
yeah.
is the only person in any
Hugo
scenario, Muppets
Weaving.
or Genshin characters, right?
Right.
He's great. He's iconic. He's perfect. Him up against all the Genshin characters and still losing is so funny to me.
Right, because like, it would just, I'm thinking there's like a scene in like The Matrix 2 or 3 whenever Neo's fighting like 1,000 Agent Smiths, and it's like that could just be the Wanderer just hoo-wahing, with his fucking charged attack, just killing tens of Agent Smiths with every charged
Yeah.
attack. Amazing.
Yeah,
Morpheus
I also
dies,
think-
doesn't he? I don't know if I could handle Nahida dying, but
Well, yes, but also it would be just as impactful.
right.
What is funny to me to think about is like the scene where he's like Mr. Anderson and he like takes his mouth away. He's like being cruel and awful.
He's being cruel and awful to
That-
the Wanderer.
Yeah, none of my Genshin characters can do that.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true, yeah.
like Alhaitham probably, but Alhaitham doesn't have the charisma to be
Yeah,
Agent
yeah.
Smith. He just doesn't.
He doesn't. Yeah, I'm thinking I like the action scene where Trinity and Neo are like trying to get through security and they're like to go up a skyscraper and they put their bag on the like conveyor belt and it's like okay, so this bag like went off, dude, like there's metal in here. And it's like, oh yeah, no shit, there's like 400 guns. Like, and I really like thinking about like Genshin characters using guns to like mow people down. The Wanderer doing cartwheels across the ground.
Yelan would
shoot at people. Yeah, and Yelan.
It's not hard to imagine her with a fucking machine gun.
and then the Wanderer shooting at a real person, Agent Smith, and he's doing the like bullet dodge thing. Like, I don't know, like that's really awesome.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, I think it's gotta be Agent Smith. Okay, on the flip side, you said who's your one character?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's like
Who's your one Genshin character?
I think I like the idea, unless I can be talked out of it, of the Oracle being a Genshin character. Like if the Oracle was Nahida or something. I don't know who it would be, but like, you walk in, the kid says the spoon, there is no spoon. And then you walk through the door and there's a fucking Genshin character instead of anything else. It's like, I think that's a good, like break in the system.
I like that. But the Oracle is like the sidest of side characters.
It's a side character for sure, yeah.
I think the character needs to have a little bit more
it would be a
screen
brief
presence.
Yeah. Now, Cypher could be the Wanderer too. Like Neo is obviously the Wanderer, but if it's only one character, it could still like the Wanderer is edgy enough to be Cypher.
It's Dory.
And oh my god, Dory would sell out humanity too for the like, and for people who don't know, like the first name basis, Cypher is the guy who betrays the Matrix team. He's like, I choose to stay in the Matrix because it's better than real life. So
he wants to be rich and have nice things in the Matrix and not know that it's fake. Yeah. He doesn't care.
He doesn't care that it's fake, which is honestly an awesome.
It's kind of valid.
Thing. Yeah, it's super awesome for 2000s philosophy. Hey man, let's go. Let's fucking get it. But yeah, that I really like Cypher, and I really like this. So yeah, maybe him. Trinity would be fun because it's like the love interest, and it's like if Trinity was just a random Genshin character. If it wasn't even Yelan, if it was like someone else, I don't know.
Else.
Who
Kokomi? Who's the least that person?
Yeah, I was thinking. Yeah, Kokomi. Kokomi definitely could be someone. Kokomi could be someone from the human settlement that's like underground in Matrix 2 and 3, you know, the movies that don't matter. But yeah, that's. And Lenny and Lynette could be there's like twins.
The creepy
that are, like,
twins.
Ghosty. Yeah,
I was just gonna say that.
That'd be dope.
I would prefer that because the creepy twins are creepy, and Lenny and Lynette would be
creepy.
really fun.
I
The Oracle's house is also sort of like orphanage vibes. So if the Oracle actually was Arlecchino,
oh god, the spoon kid is just Fremine. Oh god. I really like thinking about yeah, there's like multiple scenes where Neo is like killing a whole bunch of agents, and it's like, who would be the agent? Like, you know, if Neo was the only person or whatever, and there's a bunch of agents, who would be the bad guy agent? Who's a bad guy character that could pull that off? Because like I want to say the Wanderer, but like it wouldn't really be the Wanderer.
Honestly, Lenny.
You think it'd be Lenny? He's kind of.
I think the serious agent that could actually pull this stuff off, the competent one who could actually keep Neo on his toes, Lenny.
I mean, Child's also kind of, you know, I don't know. But yeah. So
I don't want 800 Childses.
I also don't want 800 Childses. But I'm thinking like the scene where Keanu Reeves is like, he's like he's got a stop sign pole. And he's like swinging around, like kicking a whole bunch of agents, like, you know, like he's just swinging around the pole.
It's like such a funny movie.
It's
that's
a funny
not
movie.
Funny at all.
It's so funny. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, it would be funny if he was kicking a whole bunch of Lennies away from him, or he's saying it's showtime as he's getting, you know, as he's getting kicked away.
It's showtime.
I don't know what Child's whole
I don't think it's showtime.
No. Lenny's is it's showtime. But yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
All right, so The Matrix, I think, is a banger. Like, I really like The
Matrix. is absolutely a banger.
Inside Out, Singled Out, whatever whatever our
Singled Out
our name is. But I think the next obvious choice, unless I don't know, do you want to do one? I want to do Lord of the Rings. We've got to get to Lord of the Rings at some point.
The Matrix was my example when I explained this to you.
Geez.
Yeah, so
okay, yeah. Well,
I feel like go ahead with Lord of the Rings because I didn't come up with another one yet.
So you get credit for the Matrix. I have to now. I have to.
I'm not
Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
I'm not a movie guy, so I would say like George of the Jungle, but that movie's so silly that none of the answers are good answers.
Oh jeez. So is Kokomi Kate Blanchett? Is Kokomi Galadriel? You know, like again, that's kind of a side character in the movies, but like you know, like if after a whole ass movie they get to they get to the city of the elves there, and they find the queen, and it's Kokomi instead, and she's the only Genshin character.
It's Kokomi. She could be the only Genshin character. However, I would like to nominate Navia as the there's like Eowyn and Arwen, the I am no man woman.
Yeah, that's Arwen. Yeah.
Arwen. I get them. It's stupid that their names are the same name, but whatever.
Pretty much. You
it's a fictional universe. You can make them different.
I am no man. I think she pulls out a shotgun.
I think she would wear the full armor. She would, you know, she would do it, and then she'd pull it out and be like, "Umbrella warfare," I guess. You know, she's great.
The concern is Pippin's right behind him, dude. Like, she could fucking get Pippin with her shotgun. That'd be, you know, oh jeez.
Nah, it'd be fine.
It'd be fine.
Heck
yeah. That's dope.
Navia doesn't do collateral damage.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah. And her daddy, like, she's got daddy problems. Arwen's a good
I think
Navia
it's a
stand-in.
I think it's a pretty 1-to-1. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty dope.
That would be my one Genshin character, and
And I
it
think-
would not be good as a pick in the movie for it to just
It
suddenly
wouldn't
be
be,
Navia.
yeah. It wouldn't,
But-
like, there's not even that much, like, comedic, like, I don't know, man. Like,
I
that
think
would
there's
that'd be
huge
dope.
comedic value if Faramir is a Genshin character. If you have Boromir and he's great, and then like you go back
His
and
brother,
the inadequate
his jealous
one
brother.
is the Wanderer. It's again the Wanderer.
It would
the-
be, because the Wanderer is the one that has the inadequacy problems.
Uh-huh.
He just doesn't have a
Yeah,
brother character.
the please
Raiden
love
would have to be
me and
Boromir,
being
but-
inadequate. Sure, yeah.
Or something. I don't know, yeah. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Who would be Gollum, dude?
Paimon!
It could be Paimon. It could be
It would
Paimon.
have
It
to
could
be
be Dory. Oh my god.
I'm topping out my mic. I think it would have to be Paimon.
Paimon's just
Paimon talks
fucking-
about herself in the third person already.
She does. You're right. And she's like an obnoxious side character that no one wants. And
Yeah,
she probably
can you imagine
killed,
Paimon turning around going like, Paimon! Paimon!
Oh my god. And she took, like, Gollum's like a murderous little gremlin, and it's like, Paimon probably is also a murder. Like, we all think she's the nameless god. Like, she probably, she's probably the one that took our sibling or whatever, so.
We thought we were saving Paimon, fishing her out of the water. She was actively drowning somebody to get that ring.
Right. Oh god. Yeah, I think Paimon being Gollum is that's a good call.
I think it's the only call.
I would
And
like
then-
the only human to be Aragorn, because he
Just
could take
babysitting.
it. Like he could. Like, if every character was a Genshin character, Aragorn would still like get the job done. Like, the movie
True.
would pretty much play out the same because he's so competent that he could just
True.
like get it done, even with a bunch of fucking Genshin characters. He got it done with a bunch of hobbits as his side characters. Like he could do
That's
it
true.
with the Genshin characters.
I do also think either Legolas being the only like retained role would be very funny, or the Elf King guy who like hates everybody else.
Elf
If,
King
like,
guy,
Yeah.
like
so
Thranduil from The Hobbit.
no, the Liv Tyler's dad,
Elrond. Okay,
Elrond
yeah. Gotcha.
Hubbard.
Yeah.
I think a slight twist on the formula, I guess. Everybody's a Genshin character except elves. All the elves are the same.
All the elves. Okay. They just had to deal because it's kind of like a representation of how they feel like humanity is they're just like cartoon characters.
Because I feel like they
Like,
already treat everyone else like they're stupid cartoon characters.
Yeah. That's dope, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want you to marry that human. What are you doing with, fucking Kaveh?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know who Aragorn would be,
I don't
It
know.
could be Bennett, dude.
No.
He's the
Is he
classic
that unlucky?
hero.
I would say Boromir is more unlucky.
Boromir is unlucky, for sure. Yeah. I'm just thinking of like a classic adventurer guy, but yeah. I'm thinking, so there's like this iconic scene of like, it gets remade in every comedy where Aragorn and Arwen are like holding hands in the forest, like speaking Elvish to each other about love. And it's like, I would heckin' love either of the characters being replaced by a Genshin character. Like
But only one of them.
Like Viggo Mortensen is standing there with, who would be Arwen? like just standing there speaking Elvish about how much he loves Kokomi or whoever. I don't know who would be Arwen.
Yoimiya.
Arwen's
She's an overworked waifu, so we have a lot of options.
It could be Ayaka because Arwen is like a princess. Like
Ayaka. I feel
princess,
like
goody two shoes.
yeah, duty. You're
swordsman.
not supposed to leave. You're
Yeah.
supposed to be more disciplined than that. Yeah. Ayaka
It
is a
totally
better
could
choice.
be. It totally could be Ayaka. But it could be
Yeah.
Kachang too, or something like that. But
No, I like
think
Ayaka.
Ayaka's a good one.
I would want to retain Viggo Mortensen just because, I mean, can you get any more peak than that guy? You can't.
Yeah, you
that
can't.
guy in that role in that time period, there's not a better casting choice ever.
He's my favorite superhero.
That was it. That was the peak.
Viggo Mortensen is peak in every single way
He's great.
in Lord of the Rings.
And I assume other things too. But,
Sure.
He's always going to be the Lord of the Rings guy.
If anyone cares about movies, The Green Book is a really good movie, and Viggo Mortensen acts his dick off in that movie, and I really like it. It's a really good movie. Anyway, it's super serious and dramatic, but whatever. Anyway, yeah, so Viggo Mortensen, dope. I heckin' love Viggo Mortensen. I want to get Lisa in here. Like, Lisa would be Gandalf. Like, if she was the only
Lisa
character,
would be Gandalf.
or if all the characters were replaced. Like, would it be better if all the characters were replaced and she was just the side, Gandalf? Or would it be better if
everyone's
she was the
who they
Genshin
are,
character?
but Lisa is Gandalf. I think that's the best option.
And she comes back as
she
Lisa
shows
the White
up. She
with
wants
the Samara outfit.
snacks. Yeah. She wants
God.
snacks. She wants tea. This is all a little too serious for her. Why would you do that? Okay, we need to all stop being children.
Why would you do that? You can't ask the Fellowship of the Ring why they did that. I love the scene where Gandalf, like, it's like early in the very first movie where Gandalf has to go like find out like what ring is the ring that makes people turn invisible or whatever, and he goes to Gondor and he's like reading and whispering like in the library like, oh, the year 34, and he's like going through all the books. I really like that, and it's like a montage. I think that would be a great montage for Lisa. She's just like scrolling through these books super seriously.
Yeah, because we never actually see her working.
Yeah, dude, like one thing, like she's popping off. She's like, "Oh God, something matters. This ring is here. I gotta go find out which ring this is." And go. She goes and
which ring turns people invisible?
And she
the
calls.
answer may
she
surprise
calls
you.
Shadowfax, and it's just Razor's dad instead of Shadowfax, which we've spoken about before. But yeah,
the big wolf.
The big wolf comes out of the forest.
Yeah,
right,
incredible.
I like this. I like Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings Genshin edition would be pretty dope. I like swapping
Genshin
these characters
edition.
out for Genshin characters.
Very silly. Very silly. I didn't come up with a better one.
Okay,
I feel again, I don't watch movies. I don't have a good...
That's fine. Did you watch Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah, sure. I'm a human.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
I'm in my 20s.
I know you're a human. Everyone knows you're a human, of course. There's no way you're a robot programmed to do this podcast with me. Of course. That's not what's happened. So you have seen Pirates of the Caribbean. Who would be Captain Jack Sparrow? That's my question. What's who's got the swag? I mean, Lenny's got the swag. Beto's got the swag. Okay.
Beto's practically Captain Jack Sparrow now.
She is practically Captain Jack Sparrow already.
Beto is Captain Jack. Elizabeth is
was...
Ningguang.
I was thinking Davy Jones, Beto with a bunch of tentacle beard, She's coming after people and trying to collect the debt.
That's Dory, though.
Dory's Davy Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I can so easily imagine Dory with a beard.
Dory is
she's a mustache-twirling villain already.
She is.
So it's like...
So the character who stays the same is Will Turner. Okay. And then it's Elizabeth is Ningguang. And Beto is Jack. The Davy Jones is Dory. The who's the evil pirate captain with the monkey?
Oh yeah, Barbados.
Important.
It could be
Yeah.
Barbara because I love saying
Barbara?
Barbara. So like Captain Barbara. She's just an evil.
Barbara turning a skeleton and eating an apple.
Yeah, dude. I
Barbara
really like.
sexually harassing Ningguang.
Yeah, dude. Heck yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like it.
Captain Barbara for sure, dude. I love it.
Okay, and then the other there's the Navy guy or the British Tea Company guy.
Yeah, the dude who's like he's a stick in the mud, dude. He's out there trying
Yeah.
to stop everyone's fun.
He blows.
He blows. And he's after Ningguang. Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. It could be Child, but
Could be Child,
honestly, even
but-
that guy is like too dour for Child, which is crazy.
Yeah. New Villette? I feel like New Villette already dresses that way.
He does already dress that way, and he would be like, "Oh, they broke the rules. I have to go do." The thing is, that guy is so much of a sex pest. I like New Villette. I hate New Villette, but the one thing he's not is
Okay,
sexual.
so we slightly changed some lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your British customs require that I take a wife, and you and I would make a good strategic partnership.
Mm.
Okay, now this is the start instead of I knew you when you were 7, and now I want to marry you, which is the setup in Pirates of the Caribbean itself.
Is it? Yeah, I don't even remember.
I believe
crazy.
it's something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I don't think 7, but
It's just
I
a
think she
child.
does mention, I think she does specifically mention, like, yeah, I was a creepy age when you took an interest in me, if you're saying you started being interested at that time. I don't remember for sure, but he is a stick in the mud.
Hey, man,
I feel
yeah.
like our most stick in the mud guy is New Villette, so we would have to make it just like
He
a little
kinda
bit
is.
less human for him, in like
Yeah.
it just being a custom instead of a sex pest sort of related issue.
Yeah, that's how I associate that guy in my mind. But I don't know. It's not like I have the Pirates of the Caribbean, script memorized, so I don't know what's going
No.
on. But
Okay, I don't have it memorized. I just, was in the closet and was into Elizabeth, and if I could
Right.
pretend I was instead into Will, which I'm not saying I wasn't, but if I could just direct my attention there,
sure, dude.
nobody saw any problem with it. So I remember a lot of things she said in that movie.
Sure, dude. She's dope.
She's
real dope.
Yeah, Keira Knightley in a period costume any day of the week. I'm there for it.
Yeah, dude.
She
Heck,
looks
and you're right.
she looks like she doesn't belong dressed in like modern clothing. It's not correct.
She's just better in in period
she's
piece
from the
clothing.
past. Yeah.
Which is why never mind. But yeah, yeah, dude. I am such an Orlando Bloom believer. I love Orlando Bloom so much.
I like him as Will Turner.
Is that even
I don't
Orlando Bloom, or am I
like
losing
him
my
as anyone
goddamn
else.
mind?
It is. No, it is.
Okay. I get him mixed up with the dude who plays Bard in The Hobbit so easily, and I just can't. Yeah, that's fair. Did you watch The Hobbit? Are you a Hobbit person?
I think I watched I definitely watched the first one, but just like the
see.
one time, and then I might
I
have
see.
watched the second one.
Dang, dude. Good.
But
I mean,
Orlando
good for
Bloom
you,
couldn't have been
obviously.
another guy in The Hobbit because he was still being Legolas, right?
Yeah, he was still Legolas, but there was a guy who played a side character in The Hobbit who looks just like Orlando Bloom in my mind. I can't remember his name.
Oh.
And,
We might have to look
sometimes
it
I
up
get them
later
mixed up.
because there is a Pirates of the Caribbean sequel to a sequel to a sequel where there's they try to recapture the magic of Will Turner with a guy that's like very similar
Oh, really?
looking,
didn't
and I
know.
feel like it
Interesting.
might be the same guy, but that might be a lie too.
It could
Yeah,
be.
I
mean,
like-
who knows?
I had a crush on him as Will Turner. I don't think he is attractive in any other role or in real
Damn,
life,
dude.
and I'm so sorry.
I think his hottest would be The Hobbit or Carnival Row, if anyone knows Carnival Row. But
I watched
I think
that.
The Hobbit.
It was
Did you
closer to
watch
being
Carnival
hot,
Row?
but yeah, I watched
I'm so
most
surprised.
of it before I fell asleep, and it was not willingly.
Yeah,
We were staying with somebody, and Lawson and them all wanted to watch it, so I was watching it and until I was
see.
sleeping.
I see.
But
I think
oh
that he
my
was great
god,
in that. Yeah.
he was good in it, but the chemistry between him and the female lead was so abysmal. It was like two
Agreed.
cardboard cutouts standing in the same room together.
Yeah,
Awful.
but one's Orlando Bloom, so
yeah, but he's
no,
only hot when he's Will Turner, so
You're right.
she was hot. It's just that they had nothing going on. Now replace her with Keira Knightley, and we've got somebody is cooking here. They had great
Boom.
chemistry.
Yeah. Heck yeah. All right. We can cut this off now. We can go like I want this is gonna have to return. I have some good ideas. You know, we've got better ideas. Harry Potter next time, dude. Next time.
Oh yeah, I don't. You'll have to. I'm not going to be able to engage with you on Harry Potter,
geez.
Unfortunately.
It's whatever. All right, so there's obviously just so many movie series this can go well with, and I love it. I love this idea. Anyway, so let's move on to our ship of the week because we gotta do that.
Perfect. And our ship of the week
is Noelle. We're doing Noelle this week.
Sorry, I didn't know if you wanted me to say it or if you wanted to say it.
Yeah, I don't know. I who knows.
And our ship this week is Noelle.
I didn't know what angle I wanted to take, so it just didn't really work, you know.
That's all right.
We're doing Noelle. We're trying to get to some of these characters that, like, you and I, we have our favorite characters, and we talk about them all the fucking time. So it's, like, hard to get to some of these other characters. And Noelle is one of my favorite characters to play, which is interesting, because it's like, I play Noelle all the time. I heckin' love Noelle. But I also kind of heckin' hate Noelle, so it's kind of a weird relationship because I personally am not into the maid, thing, let alone battle maid. It's just not my. It's way too anime for me, and that's just how it is. But I love playing Noelle. She's like one of my favorite characters to play. I love the way her ult works. It's great, dude. And I like her, it's interesting to think about her personality. I was going to say I like her personality, but it's more like I like thinking about her personality. I don't think I really like her personality that much, if I'm being honest. So it's kind of...
I don't.
Yeah. She's like
Poor
a
thing.
super waifu character. Like, she is here to serve, and she can serve super well, and... It's like, I don't want to diss people who love to serve, but it's like so obvious that it's like, it's just waifu bait, like,
Well, yeah, she's here to service.
Yeah.
She, fan service.
Right, exactly. So she's here, all she wants to do is help, and help she can do. She's she's super strong. The joke is that she's like really, really strong, so she can like lift 1,000,000 pounds or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And
but
she
still
can
can't pass that Knights of Favonius
She
test.
can't pass that Knights of Favonius test, which is crazy, dude. Like, what is that about? I don't, she's clearly she could be a knight, like if Kaveh can be a knight, she can be a knight, dude. Like, let's relax a little bit here.
Mika is a knight.
Yeah, Mika is he?
Godwin is a knight. Yeah, he's a cavalry knight, isn't he? Scouting.
I guess I don't really know. I don't know what Mika's like. What I know he's a scout, but I don't know if he's a scout for the Adventurers Guild or the.
I think he's a Knights of Fav.
I think you're right because he was hanging out with Varric or whatever. So I don't know. I don't really know because the Knights of Favonius have a weird relationship with the Adventurers Guild. Because, like, Fischl is not a knight. but she's on a bunch of nightly missions all the time. So the
Yeah,
Knights
because
of
they partner
Favonius
with the
hire
Adventurers Guild.
the Adventurers Guild all the time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
you
weird.
have. She's not an official knight. So like, Noelle also maybe if they're not accepting you into the knights, you could just go prove how capable you are with the Adventurers Guild, and then they'll just invite you, no test required, right? Because I feel like there's no way that some of these fools passed a test that Noelle can't pass.
Right. No way, dude. Like Noelle is fantastic, dude. Like she could totally pass any test that Jean could pass respectfully. Like that's just how it is. The Amber is not that great of a fighter, respectfully.
Yeah.
Like she's fine. She's good. She's got her skills, but Noelle is
But Noelle is
dude.
better.
Like, it's
Yeah.
just- I get it. I get Jean and Lisa having like a lot of know-how, but like they're not the
and
only
not having to
knights,
exercise it much.
Fucking
Fucking Godwin
Kaya
is a knight.
I don't know who's Godwin.
Godwin
is
is the guy who was supposed to have gone on the mission, but lost the blind girl's treasure, and now hangs out outside the city and lies to everybody.
And he's a
that
knight. He's a
fool
full
is a
ass
knight.
Okay, yeah, that's tough.
And there's like plenty of guys that we rescue from a little band of hilly churls here and there, and sometimes those guys are knights.
Yeah. Damn, you're right. Yeah, they're it's like they want to pretend like they don't hand it out like candy, but they kind of hand it out like candy. So it's like what's Noelle? Why is Noelle not a knight, dude? Let's go. Let's get her involved.
Who is keeping Noelle from being a knight? Who is gaslighting Noelle that she's not passing a test?
Well, if it's gaslight, I mean, it's got to be Kaveh, right? Like he's got to be like worried that
Kaya.
she's gonna take his spot, or Kaya, sorry, not
I just
Kaveh,
gotta.
Kaya. You're right. You're right. Yeah. Kaya.
I mean, like, yeah, I like.
It's gotta be.
Think it's gotta
like,
be.
It's gotta be. There's no one else that mean spirited in the Knights. I mean, come on.
Right, like they're so overworked. Jean would be thrilled to have Noelle. Lisa would be thrilled to have Noelle because she could get her to do all of her job.
Right.
Right.
Which
they
is what
all.
Lisa's after.
Yes, they all would benefit, but somebody is keeping her out. Somebody is holding the keys of power away from Noelle because
it has to be Kaya.
It has to be. There's a plot going on.
There is. So, enemies to lovers. I forgot. We're talking about Noelle shipping options here.
No enemies to lovers, Kaya. Do not do it.
I don't think Kaya can do it. Yeah. She's too old.
He's not good enough. He's not good enough, and she's too old for him. No, he's after Jean now, remember?
Because
Diluc
totally
used to date her.
And Diluc doesn't deserve Noelle, so we can't put him.
No, and he's got a weird thing about maids. He's got so many maids over at the wine.
He does have a weird thing about maids. You're right. Yeah. Noelle's the best maid around. I personally, like I said, I'm not a giant maid guy myself, but
I can't co-sign Diluc. Yeah, he's got a thing. It seems gross.
I forgot that Diluc had such a thing for maids. I forgot that his winery has like a bunch of maids working at it, which is funny. I bet Venti has a thing for maids, but it's I don't know. Venti and Noelle. I don't know. I think Venti, it would depend on Venti, because he's the one that's like, I don't know, like, what he's interested in, really. So it's like, like, what does he need? Probably someone to clean up his messes, which is what, Noelle could do that, and she'd like it, and he would be probably a little bit appreciative. So, I don't know, maybe Venti.
So, my thing with Venti, and I'll return to it, is that I don't think he's interested in a monogamous relationship. Yeah. However, how far does Noelle take this as a good maid should, here to serve thing? Because, I mean, that's Barbados, and I'm pretty sure Noelle is religious because she's got all the other nice girl things going on. I think she would be happy and very happy to serve and service if Venti
Mhm.
wanted that. And it would be like a very clear, this is a no strings relationship. We get together, we have some fun. Everybody finishes more than once, maybe. It's good. And then it's not anything beyond that. Which,
Yeah.
could be fun, but isn't a whole relationship.
Is that what Noelle wants though? Because we gotta
I don't
think about
think
what's
so.
best for Noelle, and it's like I don't know.
I think she's too nice of a girl for that.
Yeah, I think you're
she's
right.
a
Like,
one-man woman.
I think Noelle. Sometimes I think like some of these overworked waifus are a little bit more edgy than we give them credit for. Like Ayaka, I'm a big believer in Dami Ayaka. I've got my science behind this, but we don't have to get into that. But I don't
Tap the like button and leave a comment if you want the PowerPoint video. Ayaka, top or bottom? Because I've been waiting for it, and if I get some backup here, maybe if anyone's still listening, Dawe, if you're out there, give that like button just like a little pat.
Yeah, I gotta give my reasons. I've been making this claim for a while, and it's I gotta back it up at some point. But yeah, I think I believe in top Ayaka. I don't think Noelle. I think you're right on this read. I think Noelle is truly not interested in that sort of dynamic, or she's not interested in being the top in any dynamic, and that is that's just kind of
service top.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe.
I think she wants to be for you whatever you want her to be.
Yeah. That's what she's there for, which, I don't want to be
Honestly,
the kind of guy who...
She's probably uncomfortable being a bottom.
So she needs someone who needs a
she's not a pillow princess. She needs to be a service top.
Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know.
Or a power bottom. She couldn't be a pillow princess. There's no way.
That's an interesting point, and I don't think I have a counter to it. Yeah, dude. Interesting. I don't know how I'm gonna use this later. This is funky, because I don't have a lot of Noelle shipping options, if I'm being honest. Like she's got a thing for Barbados, like you said, like she's kind of religious, so Venti's a fun option. But like I don't think, I think you're right. I think that Venti's not really, he's not the right option for someone so trad. I
know who it is.
Who it is?
It's Barbara.
Who is it?
It's Barbara.
It's Barbara. Okay.
It's Barbara. Okay. Hear me out.
Okay.
Religious. Sweet. Both of them are into service, which means they're good pairs for each other because neither of them is going to take advantage. Barbara needs security because all of her fans are out here like actually stalking her. There's a daily in Mondstadt where we have to shoo away a stalker, right?
Right. Yeah. I know that guy.
I think her and Barbara are a good match. I think sometimes
interesting.
Sometimes when we have characters who are too sweet and too innocent, they can't really be paired with anybody who is more worldly than that because it feels like a mismatch. And I think Barbara and Noelle are both examples of that. So pairing them together as that, that one churchy couple, they're nice, they're religious, they're extremely vanilla, but they're good together.
I see what you're saying. Interesting argument. I don't mind this argument. This is interesting. Because I think I agree. I think that like Barbara's got the right mentality. I think the no taking advantage of people kind of thing would probably work out quite well. And Noelle is so strong and protective. She could totally, and I think that Barbara wants that sort of thing. You're right, because like she's got a problem. She's got issues. The police can't help her. She's got too many stalkers. So it's like
Barbara wants someone strong and protective, and she makes energy drinks because she also runs herself a little bit ragged sometimes. So they could enjoy that together and maybe encourage each other to rest a little more.
Probably. Interesting little pull here.
Both
I don't mind it.
healers work together.
Yeah.
Barbara's got that inn at the Knights, so she could probably help get some things sorted and settled.
Right. Yeah, I don't know how. Does Barbara appreciate like good cooking? Noelle's a cook, right? Like she likes cooking a little bit.
She's got pancakes as her signature.
Oh yeah,
I
it is
feel
pancakes. Yeah.
I feel like Barbara appreciates culinary adventure.
Probably.
She makes those energy drinks. I feel like yes. We don't get to see a lot of it, but she does cook for Jean. She like brings food to Jean all the time. We know that.
Does she? Okay. I think Barbara would have an appreciation of all of the like domestic skills that Noelle has. Barbara would probably ooh and ah accordingly to like help support Noelle, because
Yes,
Noelle
I
is
think so
obviously
too.
super into all of that.
Yes, and because Noelle is so into all of that, we can't pair her with somebody who would take advantage of that and who would let her just trad wife it up and them sit on their ass, you know?
Right. So like what's the deal with her? Like tell me about her and Toma. Would they
I was
get
gonna
along,
say the other
or would
option
they
is
step on
Toma.
each other's toes? Because it's like, no, I'll take out the laundry. No, I'll take out the laundry. You know, like what's the
I think that Toma is so organized that they would have like a chore chart.
yeah.
Really, I could see Noelle moving in with Toma to take care of the Kamisato estate, and they could just like do the job together and be very happy at it for a very long time. They are another good, very wholesome option.
Okay. Well, that's surprising. We gotta get Toma in here someday, and you have to tell me who Toma's bad with. Don't tell me right now. But we gotta think about those. Like, who's the person at Genshin that Toma's a bad option for? Because, hey,
I'll hate them.
Well,
You said don't tell me now. I mean, it's I'll hate them. It's somebody who would take advantage of him. It's Dory.
Oh, jeez.
You know.
So, yeah, Dory,
Jean.
Noelle, probably
Jean
not.
wouldn't appreciate him enough. Ayato buys him boba tea. I don't think Jean would do the same. She's too
probably
busy.
Not. Yeah.
I think we shipped them together in Jean's episode, but I don't think that they actually work.
Yeah. So Jean and Noelle probably wouldn't really work.
No, I don't think Jean and Noelle work.
I don't think Jean actually has an appreciation for the types of things Noelle likes to do.
No, because I don't think she notices
a relationship.
I don't think she notices that Barbara is doing them for her.
Yeah, I think that she's kind of a dad about it all. You know, I put the dishes in the sink, and then they show up in the cabinets clean. You know, like by magic. You know, like that kind of. You know, I don't know. Respectfully to Jean, she's got a lot of shit to do, but
she's got a lot of shit going on.
That's just how it is, though. You know, yeah. So there's a lot of Mondstadt people here. What about like we gotta go outside of Mondstadt though? Give me a Sumeru person that could be with Noelle. I'm thinking like, what about like Candace? Because Candace is super protective, and she's not super into
protective.
a lot of the domestic affairs, you know, other than you know, protection. But you know, it's like Candace is kind of a manly man about protecting the village. So it's like you know,
yeah.
Maybe
would she
that's
want
kind of
Noelle's
my
help?
angle.
Like if she has a wife at home that's doing all of the chores, does she want her wife to help her with the big boy stuff? Or does she kind of frown on that? And also, they're both quite religious, and it's different religions.
True.
And I feel like normally I don't care, but for those two, I feel like it's a little insurmountable.
Interesting point, because I don't know what it would be like, because like What, I mean, I guess like if Noelle was just told, "Hey, King Deshret, like this thing and that thing," and like just told about all this stuff, I feel like she would say, "Oh, geez, that's really important for us to like do all these cultural things for King Deshret," and like let's But it's like she wouldn't really believe in it. So like, would that be important with?
I feel like it would be important to Candace.
Candace, yeah, I don't know, because I don't know how.
Candace's whole
Sorry,
thing is
continue.
religion. She's
It
a
is.
cleric.
She's kind of a cleric. It's just, I guess I think of Candace as like a little poorly written in this regard, where I feel like she's kind of religious, but it's not King Deshret. Like she actually doesn't like believe in that too much, Like I don't
guess
really know.
I
It's
don't
kinda
know
weird.
that much. She's a priestess, isn't she?
I don't think so.
Or is she just
technically.
aesthetically a
I think she just
priestess?
looks like a priestess. Yeah, that's what I think she just kind of looks like it. Like she looks like she's super into the King Deshret stuff.
Well,
but
they
I
don't
know
really
how
give
much she
us
actually
much
believes
more
in it.
about her outside of
She
aesthetics because she
she
doesn't have a
give
hangout.
ton. Yeah.
I
She's
draw a
just
lot of
super
my
protective
information
of-
from those.
She gets a fair amount of time in the Archon quest, but it's like just protecting our village and simping for Dia.
Yeah, she's not
And
like
hey,
she's not being a big personality during that time.
yeah,
We're not really sure what she does during that time still. Other than protect
she's an
our
overworked waifu.
village.
She likes to protect over. Dia, like when Dia is talking about Candace, she's talking about how she's got to get Candace away from Aru village so that she can live her life. So it's like,
Yeah.
and I don't
She's
know
an
if
overworked
Noelle would
waifu.
be
I
a
don't
way to do that. I think
No.
that Noelle would be a homebody. She would kind of encourage that sort of behavior with Candace.
Noelle is a double down on your lifestyle. Noelle is ride or die for whatever it is you're into, in my opinion. And so
Candace
I don't think
is unbalanced. She needs someone to balance her out, which Noelle is not. Like you're saying, she's not a balancing factor, especially in that situation.
I don't think anyone who's unbalanced or is too into the thing they're into is a good fit for Noelle because she's an enabler, hardcore. She will just make sure that you're fed and that you have water while you do whatever it is you do obsessively and never get out.
Yeah.
So like it couldn't be anybody who would just accept the care and continue or maybe go even more radically into whatever it is that
what they were up to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gotta skip. We didn't find someone from Samaria right now. She'd probably fit into Dia's harem, but we've already discussed Noelle's not really a harem. She's a monogamous
not a
kind of
harem
girl,
girl,
so
and I also think Dia would be frustrated with her demeanor.
probably.
With her like not being self-interested enough.
Yeah, it would just kind of depend on how much Dia wants to put her in her place and how much Noelle wants to be put in her place. Anyway, but my point is, why tell me, is speaking of enabling, Farina. I got we gotta talk about Farina a little bit. Like she's gonna enable Farina in a way, but also help her quite a lot. Farina wouldn't be eating macaroni every day. Noelle would cook her something else. And her feelings would be super validated by Noelle. If they're talking to each other, she would tell her, I feel so bad about, these things that happened to me for 500 years. And Noelle would say, yeah, that's crazy. I can't believe that happened to you. But then, like you're saying, she's kind of a hyper enabler, though. So, Farina kind of spirals. She's a neurotic spiraler. So it's what would... there's a difference between validating someone's opinion or validating someone's feelings and then
helping them to spiral.
Not helping them. Yeah. So
I agree. And furthermore, I don't know if Farina wants to be taken care of to that degree anymore. I think she's working on building independence. And
yeah, a little bit for sure.
Noelle swooping in to be her maid when, as for Farina Focalor, she, I'm sure, had all kinds of staff. That might chafe her a little bit now.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe. Noelle would have to step up and be a partner instead of, an employee. But
I think
which
that would
is,
be hard
it seems like that might be kind of hard
between the
because
two of
Noelle
them.
is, respectfully, Noelle had early Genshin writers, and she is a staff member, not a partner. So it's kind of,
Yeah.
it's kind of tough.
Like, she wants to be, barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. She wants to be a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home mom. And I don't think that would be good for Farina.
Yeah, probably not. It's just tough. Like,
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that finding a match for that in Genshin is hard.
Yeah, there's an abundance of waifus. It's kind of hard to find the waifus that fit together.
It is, because there's a waifu for every occasion in Genshin.
That's right.
But the vast majority of your overworked waifus also have like they're working hard at a career. So it would be about like, could Kaching make space for Noelle? And they could be overworked together, or they could maybe like co-work so they wouldn't be as overworked anymore.
Right. Like, I think you're kind of onto something there, because it's kind of like, I feel like that would depend on Noelle's ability to support Kaching, because it's like, I feel like Kaching, it would be good for her to have a trad wife like like Noelle. Like, Kaching needs someone to like.
We gotta stop calling her that.
Yeah,
I feel like we're being mean.
Because she's not really, she's got her Nights of Favonius dreams, like that, and that's kind of like the thing. Like, I don't want those dreams to be squashed. She wants to.
But Kaya is squashing them. She's not going to pass this test if she hasn't passed it up till now. She's taken the test like 20 plus times.
I don't want to pair
sometimes
her with
dreams die.
Says, I don't want to pair her with somebody who says sometimes dreams die, though. Like, that's. Yeah, maybe she would benefit from a realist like that, but, I don't know.
Like, I just think she could be so much happier with a new dream, because she's more than capable of being a knight. It's not that she needs to improve in any way. It's that she's just being barred from being a knight. So she could be in the Millilith, she could be in the whatever fighting force the Kamisatos have. She could be soldiering somewhere, just not in Mondstadt. They're barring her for no reason, which is why I say sometimes dreams die. It has nothing to do with her.
I've had an epiphany here. What about Chiori? Because Chiori is the kind of person who's like, hey, throw those, throw your preconceptions aside, stop being, she's a hipster, and she's like encourages other people to be hipster. Hey, Noelle, throw away. You don't need to be a knight.
She's a tough love person,
you can come be with me, and we will be fashion police together.
Yeah. She would tell it like it is. Hey, come be personal security for me. You're more than capable enough to have that kind of job. Just take it.
Yeah, she would be so encouraging. Like, what do you mean you're trying? Who do you want approval from? Kaya? That guy's a fucking idiot. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. No, Chiori's a brain blast, dude.
She is.
That's great.
It's just like, would she be too abrasive for Noelle? I don't know. Because Noelle can handle it. So I
don't
she can
think
handle
so.
some stuff. But
because what we've seen of Chiori is like, she's tough but fair, and she's tough coming from a good place.
Well, yeah, she's a waifu, so she has to be kind of nice. We can't scare off all the guys.
But I think like our sweetest, most accommodating waifu could really benefit from having a partner who's like, no, that's unrealistic and dumb. Because Noelle would say, oh yeah, as a good maid should, I'll do it. No problem, no problem. She needs a balancing force. And Chiori wouldn't let Noelle take too much care of her. She'd be like, I'm a whole human. I got this. You go take a nap.
Yeah, I all of a sudden am very pro Chiori Noelle. I think that this could work out quite well. And then she could get her out of that horrible maid outfit and get her into a better maid
into a
outfit.
better
You
outfit.
know.
No, I really think a new outfit for Noelle. I've been Hoyo, I've been asking you for this for so long. A new outfit for Noelle would do so much to improve her.
I agree.
You know,
You
I
know,
just
I agree.
just give her a new look.
Especially if it comes with a
Change it up.
mental change where she stops being such a maid and starts being a little bit of a thinker for herself.
Once again, I'm sitting here. I'm waiting for it. Hoyo, it is in your court. You can have an event where she becomes a full knight and you can make her your first character in the full armor. Because people are into that. If you think that Battle Maid is a niche category, full plate armor maid lady is also a niche category with at least just as many people.
At least as many, yeah, for sure.
And the overlap is probably quite large. I'm just saying. This would be successful.
I think so.
It would be.
Right.
It just
I would heckin' love Noelle to get a new outfit. It'd be so dope.
And that new outfit could come with a few updated voice lines about being a knight. You know, it could be as a good knight should, and then everyone will cheer and throw their money at you, just like, please.
Heck yeah, dude! I'd throw money at it, dude. I would so buy a knight Noelle, dude. That'd be so sweet.
I would. I don't even play Noelle, but I fucking would. I think a lot of people would.
I heckin' love Noelle, dude. I play the shit out of Noelle these days. I'm really sad about, like, I'm not a huge overworked waifu fan. I'm not a huge maid fan. And she is both. And it's really upsetting to me. It's really sad. But she's not, she's not that bad. She's not my least favorite overworked waifu, that's for sure. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. At least it feels a little bit more genuine with her. At least it feels like she kind of has fun. A lot of the other overworked waifus are like not even having fun being overworked waifus. I don't know. Like I don't even know, man. It's tough. It's a tough narrative position to put a character in, and
True.
I don't agree with it.
True.
But yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I think Chiori is the choice. We all feel bad for Noelle.
I'm glad you like Chiori. I feel like I feel like this is an inspired ship because they get the geo resonance, and she needs a new outfit, dude. Like she needs to get out
a new outfit.
She doesn't have a construct for Chiori, but
it's fine.
Noelle's just gonna have to simp and get Chiori C1.
And get the
That's just how it is.
Get the C1.
That's just how it is.
I'm
here for it.
Are you ready for final thoughts?
I am ready for final thoughts. My final thoughts are, I could have been a culinary judge in my life. I've been thinking about it. I need to get into cooking, but
you have to get into eating first.
I have to get into eating first. Yeah, I'm way too picky. Yeah, it's tragic.
Actually, getting into cooking can help you get into eating. Because there will be recipes you want to try with new things, and you might find you like them.
Right, yeah. You're right. Yeah, it's kind of like reading and writing. If you want to be a good writer, people say you got to be a good reader. So it's kind of,
Yeah, like if you want to be a good cook, you got to be a good eater, but vice versa.
Yeah. My, what the fuck was what was I talking about?
Sorry.
I want to... critique the McDonald's meal. It wasn't that good, dude. The McCrispy, not that good. Also, why is there one meal? Like, so what if someone is allergic to chicken? What are they supposed to do? They buy this meal and it's ogre. I don't think anyone's allergic to chicken. But yeah, there should be more meals, dude. I don't like it.
Yeah, there should be like a beef and a chicken option.
And I hate beef. I hate. I would order the McCrispy is a fine option, but like I want McChickens or McNuggets or something. I don't know. Give me something else. The McCrispy was not that good, respectfully. Kind of, like honestly, maybe not even that respectfully. It was okay, I like the apple pie. That was fun. Um, yeah, dude. I don't know. Let's think about overworked waifus. Are we positive or negative about
Negative.
the waifu situation recently? Like is Mualani an overworked waifu?
No.
Not really. So it's like I feel like we're moving in the right direction. Like I feel like there's
We
fewer
haven't
overworked waifus these
we
days.
haven't met all the Natlan characters yet.
Right.
There were
What
fewer.
if Sitlally is an overworked waifu?
She
I
might
don't know.
be. Is
She might be.
I'm
She's
just
an
like
inventor.
she's an inventor and
Oh,
she's
jeez.
Cryo, and Cryo has a bad track record with
It
overworked
does.
waifus.
It does have a. It does. Oh, jeez.
I'm holding
It's got
judgment.
a horrible track record.
Fontaine
Oh, God.
wasn't overly waifued, but there was some husband bait in Fontaine, so like we'll see.
Yeah. We'll have to see.
Mm,
I'm positive. I think I fully believe we're moving into a Dami Mommy era, and I am this is the greatest time to be alive. Like post Kafka life is the best life that there is. Born too late to to explore the world or something. Hey, born just in time for Kafka. Anyway,
and Jade
what's
and
the
Obsidian.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the waifus era might be done. As far as the overworked waifus are gone, it's the Dami waifus in. And hey, fuck yeah, like this is great. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's all right, someone start talking other than me. Oh
my
God.
my final thoughts are Alex never tells you to do it, but if you've made it this far and far you have made it, please tap the little likey button, hit the subscribe guy, comment below about how right or wrong you think we are, and if you think I'm a robot or not. We love you. We just want to hear from the babies.
Heck yeah. Yeah, this would be a lot easier if we had comments to talk about.
We'll talk about your comments. We've got like 1 or 2 commenters, and your comments are on our radar, and we're gonna get to them.
Right now, we gotta scroll Reddit for things to talk about. But anyway, that's it.
That's all.
Good night, babies.
Good night, babies.